Oh, okay, we're on Grand Traverse and Dorsey. Yes. And we've got a recovery mobile clinic across from the S.T.E.P facility. So I'm curious what the recovery mobile unit specializes in. If they're open to the public, and if they're affiliated with S.T.E.P or what. Hi, how's it going? Hey, I'm curious, are you affiliated with S.T.E.P across the street, or
yeah.
You're working with them but not directly affiliated?
Yes.
Oh, cool. So is this, it's recovery, so it's for people having problems with drugs, alcohol, that kind of thing?
Yeah, but we also do other stuff.
Right.
Too.
So like it's a volunteer, if someone in the neighborhood, like what kind of services do you offer? I realize you're a nonprofit.
So we do the Vivitrol shot.
What is a Vivitrol shot?
It's to help block the cravings for opiates and alcohol.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We do blood, we refill non-controlled medication.
Right.
Check your blood pressure.
Right.
We have limited vaccines like the flu vaccine.
Yeah, yeah. And then do you have knowledge of like social work, so you may be able to refer people to programs and things like that? Yeah.
We would give the number to.
Right.
And she would get them all set up.
Well, that's cool. I appreciate the work you're doing, because it does seem to be an issue around here.
Yeah.
I know the S.T.E.P places, I guess they, from my understanding, they have group homes that they place around the neighborhood. So after they, maybe you know more about it than I do, after they've stayed here for a little while, they're doing well, they place them in a, I'd have to talk to them for specific information, but I assume that's what happens.
They own like a couple of these duplexes on
yeah.
the street.
Well, this one right on the corner there too, because one of my friends was staying in it.
Oh, okay.
And he gave me a very shocking kind of inside picture of that place. He's saying that the drug abuse does continue, because he was flying on meth for as long as I knew him. Still living there. They don't do it on the premises because they can't, right? So they'll go elsewhere in the neighborhood, and he's one of these people whose mouth runs and he just can't stop talking because he's on meth. Yeah. He's like telling me about break-ins, and it's like I gave him a ride, turned the key to my ignition. He's like, I know how to start your car without a key. I'm like, great. I get to my yeah, I know. We got to my shop. I'm hitting the security code on the wall, and he's reading the numbers off to me as I'm doing it. I'm like, dude, what the hell? Oh my God. I'm like, but yeah, I don't know if there's anything that can be done about that kind of thing, and that's the kind of thing I should be talking about to them probably. But I mean, I don't want to get him in trouble either. But it's kind of shocking that, you know, you want to have sympathy for people. They're living in my neighborhood and they're trying to do better for themselves. At the same time, they might be checking my property out, thinking there might be something they can trade in for a rock of crack or meth or something.
Oh yeah, for sure. And apparently there's woods back there somewhere.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Homeless people.
Yeah, the homeless problem is an issue. I ride my bike around and document things for photojournalism, and I do find these little pockets of you know, homeless camps that are sometimes it's pretty clever stuff. They'll have little gardens set up and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, right over by off this side off of Wayne County General Hospital grounds. There was one that had a whole garden set up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, people were dropping off topsoil and stuff for them to help them out. It was like, they're gone now, but that was pretty inventive, I gotta admit. Yeah.
I mean, at least they had some food.
Yeah.
And then I walked over. We're here every Monday, so I walked over to the party store last week to grab a drink.
Yeah, Robertson's. A lot of them are barred from there because they hang out too much and scare people away.
I didn't know what was happening. He came out of his behind the counter. He's yelling at this guy.
Oh yeah.
And you know, get off my property, blah blah. And he was just like sitting on the curb or whatever.
Well, they become a nuisance, and like you know, average people have a look at them. They seem kind of shabby, and they're like, maybe I'll shop somewhere else. So it can affect business.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks. I don't want to discriminate against people either, but yeah. So yeah, my friend got chased out of there, or banned. He said, just don't show up around here. Yeah. So they'll hang out around the gas station instead. You know.
Yeah, it's sad to see all this.
Yeah. I mean, my whole family grew up here. You know, my parents, grandparents, and you know, I moved back 25 years ago, and yeah, I just see it's, I don't know how else to describe it. It's turning into a ghetto. Yeah. I don't know. What?
My husband grew up over here too.
Oh, great. Yeah.
They used to live in Shacktown back in the 60s, 70s.
That's now the S word's a bad word to some people, including myself. Shacktown.
Why?
It's Norway. It was used in the 50s when they as a derogatory term to put down the neighborhood and people who lived here.
Oh.
So you know.
Well, I was not from my husband.
But
called it that. I have no idea.
A lot of people who grew up here still use that term too, but there's a contingency of people like me and Hank Johnson, who you may have met at some point, who was a community activist who sadly passed away, who are totally against the S word because it was derogatory, and they think Hank was responsible for pushing to get the Norway Historic District designation. So he would much rather, and I would too. Norway Historic District sounds really good, but it's also not as cool sounding as Shacktown.
Yeah.
So,
well, he said it was really nice back in the day.
It was, you know, it was all family as families. There was a sense of community and really interesting history. You know, right here, my grandpa had a recreation center called Teen Town in the 50s, where kids would come and have dances, you know, on the evenings and stuff. There was no alcohol, but you know, soft drinks and that kind of stuff. And yeah, there's a whole lot of history right here on this corner for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah. All right, I was just curious, so I hope I'm not wasting your time or anything, because you're doing important work, and I commend you.
We wish that we had more people that would come see us down here. We don't get a lot of business in this site.
Well, right. How long have you been sitting here? Has anybody knocked on your door yet besides me?
we get here at 11:30.
Yeah.
We stay till 3.
Right.
But
Wonder, do you ever venture out and talk to the people who are hanging out in the Liberator Park? That was Hank's doing too.
no, we can't go into the park. Our boss
You just can't go rouse people up and say, hey man, can I help you out or anything?
Yeah, but we get some
That's too
people
bad.
that come by and stop and ask, and then they're like, oh, I'm going to go let my buddy know he's in bad shape.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Type of thing.
It could be dangerous too. You never know what you'll run across, but
Yeah, it's been fine, but a lot of the people that are in safe steps we've seen at, like, we go to the Salvation Armies.
like,
Not that one.
Yeah.
But we go to the Harbor Lights.
Okay.
In Macomb,
Yeah.
Detroit. And a lot of them come from Harbor Light, Detroit to here, so we'll see them like that.
Interesting.
They know we're here.
Do you know what Liberator refers to? It's a B-24 bomber that they manufactured at the Rosie the Riveter's manufactured in Ypsi during the war effort.
I just ordered that book.
Yeah, and that's why they named this Liberator Park, because it all has to do with these projects of Norway being built to house the people who were working at Ypsi, building the B-24s. Yeah.
Oh,
so that's kind of cool. People don't realize what it's about.
I wonder if that'll be in that book.
It should be. It's a major piece of history. Is it a book about Norway or about
the bomb building in Ypsi?
Oh yeah. Oh, it'll definitely. Yeah, they should be mentioning Norway because they build this whole neighborhood to house the people who work there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, have a good afternoon. Try to stay cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a little bit of cardio in before I gotta get to work here.
Good luck.
Bye now.
Safe.